But at the end of the day, it is like I said, put the fight on.
Hey, Wack, hey, yo, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing, checking back in with y'all, man. What's good? What a fight, man. What a fight. Shout out to both Tank Davis and Lamont Roach for giving us a wonderful fight. I honestly didn't expect the fight to be as competitive, simply because I didn't know what Lamont Roach would look like moving up in weight, and you fighting arguably the best fighter between 2 to 3 divisions. You moving up in weight to fight that guy. This guy, Tank Davis got every tool you can think of in terms of ability and skills in boxing. And he has that one-punch knockout power, which is so dangerous. And for Lamont Roach to move up in weight to fight that guy and go blow for blow, tit for tat with him, skill for skill, athleticism for athleticism, and give us the fight, the kind of fight that they gave us, I think that was a treat for boxing fans. So first and foremost, let me say that. Great fight. I think Lamont Roach did enough to win that fight. Looking at it objectively, looking at it, going into the fight without much expectations in terms of competitiveness or in terms of what the fight might look like. I really, I went in thinking that, yeah, I know Lamont Roach got skills. I know he got ability. I know he can box. And I know at least at 30 and below, he got pop. I didn't know what his pop was going to look like at 135. I didn't know if it was going to be respectable enough for him to be able to keep Tank at bay and or make Tank respect him. You know what I'm saying? Make Tank, be considerate of the shit that was coming back. And Lamont proved that he had enough and some. You feel what I'm saying? So I was a little apprehensive about, predicting what would actually happen. The smart, and common sense move would, before the fight, would have been to say Tank is gonna stop this dude at some point mid to late rounds, right? But Lamont Roach showed that he had everything that's needed to match Gervonta Tank Davis when it comes to boxing skills. He had every tool to match Tank. The countering ability, the quickness, the accuracy, the timing on his shots, the foot placement, the IQ. That's the biggest thing. Because we know that Tank Davis is a phenomenally gifted and skilled fighter, right? But we know another thing that separates Tank is because he got all those tools, the skills and the natural ability, but then he got the IQ too, right? And I think Lamont Roach really put his IQ on display, showing that he could jockey for position and be dominant in terms of controlling the range, fighting at the distance and the pace that he wanted to fight at, making Tank fight the fight that he wants. You know what I'm saying? Keeping Tank off balance and not allowing Tank to dictate really anything. You feel me? For the most part in the fight. So this type of style matchup, what we saw, is the reason why I feel like, Tank should be mixing it up with these other guys like Shakur Stevenson, like Devin Haney, like Keyshawn Davis. You feel what I'm saying? Teofimo Lopez, because you see that if you can be slick with some boxing ability and some athleticism, and you got respectable pop on your punches, and you got the IQ, it can make for a hell of a match. Because we saw with Frank Martin was having hella success in the first 6-7 rounds with Tank Davis. Boxing, out countering Tank, beating Tank to the punch. But Frank Martin lacked the experience and the IQ. Frank Martin was moving until he ran out of gas. What Lamont Roach did was he mixed it up. He gave you balance. He didn't just waste his whole gas tank by fighting off the back foot and moving. No, he knew that he had to establish some real estate. He knew that he had to stand his ground in moments, and there's ways that you can do that. They call it swim without getting wet. Is ways that you can claim your real estate, right? Pick your range and fight at a distance that you comfortable at fighting at without, and still being on defense without just moving all the time. You feel me? And that's what Lamont Roach did. That's why he was able to, he mixed it up. So he fought off the back foot sometimes. Then he pressed Tank sometimes. Then he kept the fight in the middle of the ring sometimes. You feel me? He mixed it up. He kept Tank off balance. He didn't just go off the back foot the entire fight and allow Tank to have a psychological advantage in terms of thinking, oh, I got this dude scared. I'm finna just press him and press him and press him and put mental and physical pressure on him. And then that break you down from a stamina perspective. You know, that's mental and physical fatigue. And you gonna break down and you gonna start making mistakes and you gonna get caught with a big shot. That's what Tank rely on a lot. He rely on you to, he put it's so much pressure on you because number one, you like, damn, I don't want to get caught. I can't get caught. I can't get caught. And all that pressure it's taxing on you, right? And then at some point you get lax and you get caught with some bullshit. But Lamont was on point mentally the entire fight. He was sharp. He was very intelligent. He knew when to throw, when to play defense. He knew when to counter. And I like the fact that Lamont Roach he had the mean streak in him, because you need that with a guy like Tank. You got to let him know you're not afraid of him. So anytime they got into the clutch or to the clinch, anytime they was in close quarters and Tank tried, you know, the little sneaky shit, man, Lamont Roach throwing his shot, he getting his little rabbit punches in there too. You feel me? Anytime Tank was trying to rough him up, Lamont Roach, he like, nah, I'm going to be the bully. I'm going to be the one to rough you up. You feel what I'm saying? Man, great performance by Lamont Roach. Great performance. I think, man, this was a winning performance by Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach was sharp. He came out and established the right hand early. He was catching Tank with straight right hands. The jab was on point. The left hook was on point from Lamont Roach. He went to the body. You know what I'm saying? He hit Tank with uppercuts. He really showed all of his tools. And I do believe that, what was that, the 9th or the 10th round where Tank called a timeout? I done seen shit like that before, but 9 times out of 10 when that happens, the ref is going to call a knockdown, because you can't just call a timeout in the middle of a round. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that, bruh. Whether you got something in your eye, whether, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just call a timeout. Now, if something happens within the fight and the ref deems that the fight need to be momentarily stopped to, all right, mouthpiece, or, you know what I'm saying, motherfucker, like his the belt is out of the trunks and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, fix that real quick. You know what I'm saying? Something like that, the ref will stop it. You feel, boy, motherfucker, shoes untied. Hey, ref gonna stop. Hey, make sure, get your equipment right. But a boxer in the heat of the moment should not be able to just call a timeout, go get the towel, you know, wipe your face with the towel, get a water break. You can't do that. That should have been counted as a knockdown, bro, because whatever happened was from Lamont Roach causing that with his offense. You know what I'm saying? And even Tank Davis said that he took a knee, but they didn't count it as a knockdown. So had they counted that, Lamont Roach would have clearly been the winner in this fight. So I think the ref did us a disservice as boxing fans. And that's crazy coming from, you know, with Steve Willis, because he normally one of the guys that people revere in terms of refereeing in the sport of boxing. So that was pretty wild, bro. But this is why we want to see Tank versus, you know, these other guys that have slickness, boxing ability, you know, power, just a mixture of different things. And it really ain't just about the power, bro. It's about the skill, because Lamont Roach can pop, and he was going blow for blow, and he showed he got a chin too. That's important. Lamont Roach really showed us a whole lot in this fight. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't got that shit. Motherfucker might have boxing ability, some skills to be able to have a chess match with Tank. But if you can't take a shot, And if you can't make him respect your punches, all that other shit go out the window. Lamont Roach showed that he had the total package. And I think Keyshawn Davis got that. That's why I want to see Tank versus Keyshawn Davis. And Keyshawn, he got the size. I think everything that we saw Lamont Roach do, Keyshawn can do that to another level. And he's bigger, stronger, and he got more power. You feel me? And as mean as Lamont Roach is, I think Keyshawn Davis is even meaner. You feel what I'm saying? So I would love to see that fight, bro. I think that is a great fight, dog. Great fight, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. How did y'all score the fight? What did y'all think about the performance? Look, Tank Davis, just you go back to the drawing board. You know what I'm saying? Come back and get right in the mix. You feel me? I think after a performance like that, Tank should be more inclined to give us these matches that we want. It's like, okay, motherfucker, see that I'm human now. All right, fuck it. Let's go ahead and get out there. You know what I'm saying? You might as well just go ahead and mix it up. Give Shakur Stevenson a call next. Or shit, try to unify with Keyshawn Davis. Bruh, it's great fights on the table for Tank Davis. And I think this is a learning experience for him. This could make Tank Davis better, you know, or it could do something to his confidence. It could be some level of regression depending on how he responds to this. So that's what I'm interested in. I want to see how he responds and what's his energy going to be like going forward, because I think this should make you want to go tackle the competition more. You know what I'm saying? This should make you want to lean towards, you know, getting in the ring with the guys that we want to see you fight, man. So y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Contender Regime boxing. I'll holler at y'all boys, man.